Sorry about that. Just seemed like a convenient time to pump up some of the Sex Pistols. As you may know, there are riots in London right now. On Thursday night, a young mixed-race working-class Londoner was shot and killed by the police, and protests have been ensuing since. Unfortunately, these protests have been yet again hijacked by young kids just looking to fuck things up for the hell of it. But I have to say that these riots are half justified. I think that it is not easy to be young and living in London anymore these days. Certainly not with a government that cuts educational maintenance allowances and hikes up the prices of tuition fees. It is not easy right now, and I have to say I sympathise a lot with the young kids, especially when police shoot and kill some guy and the media don't give a fuck about it. I don't know whether you remember, but around the same time this guy was killed by the police, a young boy was murdered by a polar bear in Norway, and it was widely reported. It was headline news. So basically nature doing its job is headline news, and the police fucking up and killing someone doesn't seem to matter. And I know the riots right now are pretty terrible, but the media does not even mention how they ever started. And I have particular beef with this because when the student fee demonstrations took place earlier on this year, it as well was hijacked by a bunch of thugs who just wanted to mess around, and everyone completely ignored our cause because of it. And the same thing is happening again. And I suppose I am trying to say that I think violence is never the answer, but why the fuck does the media always insist on just completely ignoring the root cause of all these problems? It's ridiculous. To exemplify my point, the BBC News website does not have one single article about Mark Duggan, the young man who was shot by the police. It does, however, have an article about David Cameron and how he returned to the restaurant, which he forgot to leave a tip for his cappuccino. It's a very highly rated news article, and it's nice to know what the BBC's priorities are. I've been watching the news coverage late into the night of the BBC, just checking up the information, and probably in the last 3 hours they've mentioned Mark Duggan perhaps once or twice. The rest of the coverage is just of the ruly young people who, okay, let's be honest, there are some pricks out there who are just looting buildings, but come on, that's all that's going on. Looting buildings and burning shit up. I mean, that is pretty terrible, but nobody's been killed. Oh wait, yeah, somebody has been killed. Mark Duggan, by the police. But obviously the police are always innocent and they're lovely people. I mean, it was only 2 weeks ago one of the police chiefs had to resign because of corruption. So yeah, they're lovely people. And basically my point is that the young generation, especially in inner city urban areas such as London, are getting fucked in the arse by a government that doesn't give a shit about them. And we got here because of our previous government, who fucked up the economy because they suck bankers' dicks, and the economy's going down the toilet and the banks are going up, so the banks are probably going to get another bailout. And where does it leave the young people? Nowhere. We've got freaking nothing to do. We've been screwed over by this baby boomer hypocrite hippie generation who fucking enjoyed all the freedoms they had when they were young, and now it's our turn to fuck around. They say, no, you can't do it, you're wrong, you know. And basically, of course, there's some horrible things going on with these riots, and I wish they didn't turn nasty, but let's please not forget why these riots are occurring, because the media certainly don't want you to remember why they're happening. And again, yeah, it's like the tuition fees, hullabalooza. It was all fucking ruined by a bunch of arseholes. Not because arseholes fucked things up, but because the media wanted you to think it like that. And let's be honest, no one knew about Tony Duggan, Mark Duggan, until it got violent, and maybe that justifies it, I don't know. But the freaking headline news was about a young boy getting eaten by a polar bear in Norway, and now it is about Mark Duggan, finally, except yet again the media are not showing you the true story. They're just being arseholes about it all. So yeah, I should shut up now and
Anarchy for the UK, it's coming sometime, and maybe I give her on time, stop at traffic.